Hello, it's Gem Games here once again, and in this video we are going to make so that when we throw grenades to the zombies, they will turn to travelers. So yeah, let's get started. First you want to go to the link in the description that takes you to my Google Drive, and you want to download this Traveler Animes folder, okay? After that you want to go to your project, and you want to go to the enemy, Chompy 1, and animations, and you want to import the whole folder to here. Okay, you want to select the skeleton. It will be the enemy, actually, Chompy 1 skeleton. Okay, import all. And now you want to check that your animations are working. Yes, they are. So, what we want to do next, we want to go back to the enemy folder and open the PP enemy main. And here on the BP enemy main, what we want to do is we want to go to the take damage function, and we want to add a input to here, which will be type boolean. I will actually make this a little bit bigger. Okay, this input will be called explosive, or actually let's call it explosion. Okay, and we don't have to connect it to anything. And after that, we want to go to here. If we are dead, false. So when we are not dead. And then we want to move all this functionality a lot further right. We will have to add a lot of things to here. First, let's add a branch and connect from the false. Oh, not like that. From the false. And then here, what we want to do is we want to actually create a new function that will be called can make traveler. Okay, and here on the can make traveler function, what we want to do is we want to actually let's get our PPC health. From here, we want to check if our health current. So let's get health current is less. Now we want to get health max and divide this by 2. So basically we are checking if our health current is less than our half of our health. It's basically the same as the can pop head, but we are adding more things to here. Okay, now let's add a and boolean like this. And then what we want to do is we want to right click and get blackboard. And from the blackboard, we want to get value as bool, as enum, like this. And here we actually have to get the reference to self, so it will work. And to the key name, we want to make literal name. Name will be zombie walking state. Okay, and you want to check that you write it correctly, so you can check it from, let's actually compile and save all. I will show you where you can check it. You can go to the PP zombie blackboard. Here, zombie walking state. You can actually copy this name from here if you want. So we want to check if that variable is equal to. Now what we want to check is, I'll actually show you again. So compile save, and here we want to check if it's equal to, here on the zombie walking to map, we have 4 enums. So 0, 1, 2, 3 on map 3. So we want to check if it's equal to 3. So our zombie is already on the map, because you don't want to make zombies travelers before they are on the map. Otherwise they cannot get to the level through the window. Okay. And now we want to actually create a new variable. That this will be called traveler. Now we want to check if get traveler and not boolean. So if we are not, let's add a pin. If we are not traveler, so our health is less than half of our health, we are on the map, and also we are not already traveler, then we can add a output. So let's click on the input and let's add a output. Let's move it to here, connect this to here, and let's call this result or whatever, or can make or whatever. But okay, this is the function, so let's compile and save all, and we can actually close this. Now here on the take damage, we want to now check if we can make traveler, and we actually want to make this pure, like this. And also we want to check, so let's add a and boolean. We want to check from here if the explosion variable is true. This is the input that we created here. So if we can make traveler and explosion is true, like that. After that, we want to create a new variable, function called make traveler. And now let's go back to the take damage, and from the true we want to call this function. And from the false we want to add another branch here. So let's get from the false. Let's add a few reroutes, like always, like this. Are they actually aligned? Yes, they are. So like this. Now here what we want to do, we want to get our traveler again. Then we want to get the new not boolean. So here after we're checking if we want to make traveler. If we don't want to make traveler, we want to check here if we are already traveler. And if we are not, so traveler not, from the true, we can call this heat reaction. Now let's move the heat reaction closer, like this. From the false, we can connect to the headshot. Actually, let's move these a little bit further, closer, like this. Now let's add a reroute here. Let's add this to here, like that. Because we don't want to play the heat reaction when we are traveler, because I noticed that it doesn't work very well. Obviously, we can later on create another heat reaction for the traveler if we want, but for now it will be like this. So now let's go to the make traveler. And here what we want to do is we actually want to first set ourselves to be a traveler. So set traveler to true. After that we want to get our mesh, and we want to hide bone by name. We want to hide our legs. Okay, now we have to get our legs names. So let's compile, let's save all, let's go to the first person map, let's go to the enemy, zombie 1, and here on the zombie 1 skeleton. Our legs are left up leg, not that one, left leg, and right leg. I think we want to hide toes. Okay, right leg and left leg. So first, let's hide the left leg. Okay, then same thing, hide bone by name. Let's align this. This will be called right leg. Okay, and one more thing, you want to change these to PBO term. If they are PBO none, when you kill the zombie, he will basically do this little jump from the ground for some reason. If you change these to this, it will work correctly. I mean, when he's Traveler and you will kill him, if this is set to none, it will not work correctly. Okay? And yeah. After that, we want to get our character movement. We want to set our Traveler's movement speed. So let's get this and set max walk. Okay? Not setter, set max walk speed like that. Let's get from here. Now we don't want to set it to anything specific every time, not to the same value. So let's get from here and get a select. And no, we don't want to get select. We want to actually map range clamped. Okay, now we want to get from here to get max walk speed. So our old walk speed. Let's actually align these. So our walk speeds are set to like our slowest speed is 30, highest is 370, but I think we want to make the grabber move at max traveling speed at lower round. So let's make this like 300. And the A will be, let's make it also 30, and the B, let's make it only 100. Okay, and you can obviously adjust these however you want, but you want to make the animations according to these. Okay, after that, what we want to do. We want to... Oh yeah, we actually want to spawn a emitter. So let's spawn emitter attached. Okay, like this. And we want to get our mesh from here. And we want to get, sorry, I got it right today. Socket location. Now let's connect the mesh to the attached component. Socket location will be like maybe hips. Let's connect it to the location like that. And from the scale, let's split it. Let's get a random float in range. Actually, we don't have to do it here. We can just leave it to 1, all of this, okay? You don't have to do anything like that. Now let's select the blood splat cone. Later on, we can add, create another emitter for that, but for now, that will work. And at this point name will also be hips. And now, from the return value, actually, we don't have to do it like that. Let's right click and call the function blood collider. And let's connect particle ref to return value. And now, one thing we want to do is, let's actually first compile and save. Let's go to our remove held by timer function and let's duplicate it. Okay, let's move it under the other. This first remove held by timer, let's call it remove held by timer headless, for example. Okay, again, I did a little mistake, but yeah, headless. And this timer will be called Router, something like that. Okay. And now actually what we want to do here, remove held by timer headless. Let's go to here first. So we are clearing this timer. So let's first right here, remove held by timer headless. Let's copy this node after this. Remove held by timer traveler. So we are basically on this function, we are clearing both of these timers. Now let's copy this and let's go to the other remove held by timer and paste it here. Okay. And now here on the traveler thing, what we want to do, or at least what I want to do, is I think I want to. I don't want to remove like 1/10 of the health. I want to remove like 1% of the health. So let's divide the current health by 100 or something like that. So the travelers will be alive for a few minutes, basically, if they have enough health. And also, this minimum value, let's make this like What should we put here? Like 5? I don't know, maybe 2, something like that. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's compile, save, and let's close this remove help by timer. Also this remove help by timer. Let's go to the make traveler, and here at the end we want to actually set the timer. So set timer by function name, and the function name, I think it will be the remove help by timer traveler. So let's copy this from here. Let's paste it here, like this. Let's make it loop, and let's set the time to 1. So it will remove 1% of the health by every second. Okay, and you can obviously adjust this however you want. And so one thing that we have to fix is here on the pop head. You might have been wondering why didn't we close that when we closed everything else? Because we will have to here at the end rename this function name. So remove help by timer headless. So remove help by timer headless. Now it will also work. So let's compile. Let's save all. Now we want to go to the first person map and to our Zombie 1 physics asset new on the Zombie 1 folder. And we want to create a new physical animation profile because we have this ragdoll, but this is also using these leg bones. So we want to select this ragdoll and we want to duplicate. So now we will have ragdoll 1. We can click here, rename, and rename it to ragdoll traveler. Now when we click on this, we can see all the bones that are selected. Now you might think that we want to unselect these, but no. We want to leave them and keep the control pressed and unselect everything else because we are selecting the bones that we want to unselect. So we want to only leave these selected so we can unselect them. That sounds weird, but yeah. Now you can click this and you press the search. You can see all these bones are still selected. Okay, now everything is correct here. So let's save and let's close. And now where we want to go is, let's go back to the take damage function here, to the hit reaction here. Let's double click on that. It will open the PPC physical animation component. Okay, and here what we want to do, on the start ragdoll here, we want to actually add a pin. This pin will be called traveler. Okay, now here from the profile name we want to get a select node and we want to connect it to the traveler. So if we are not traveler, we want to set this to ragdoll. And if we are a traveler, then we want to set this to ragdoll traveler. Simple as that. And I don't think that we have to change anything else here. So let's compile, save, close this. And now here on the take damage, up here, if we are dead, we have this new traveler pin here. And to here we want to just connect the traveler. So if we are traveler, we want to set that also to true. And if you're not, the same thing. Compile, save, and yeah. Now we want to go to our animation blueprint of the zombie. So let's go to the animations, ABB zombie. And also we actually have to first create the blend space. So let's go back to this folder. Let's actually go to the Traveler Anims and let's right click and go to the animation, legacy, blend space 1D. And let's select our zombie 1 skeleton. And let's call this Traveler Loco Motion, something like that. It doesn't matter. Let's open it. Let's move it next to the other windows. Let's rename the horizontal axis to speed. And let's make actually, yeah, we can leave the maximum value to 100 or whatever you have set the max traveler walk speed here. We have it set to 100, so let's set 100 also here. Now let's get the traveler, jumpy traveler. Let's put it here at the... Okay, I didn't want to put it there, I want to put it here. At the end, the jumpy traveler. And also... Okay, let's do it this way. Let's put this here to the start and let's change this to the travel, jumpy travel idle, like this. Okay, and now we can get the jumpy travel to the end here. And also, let's get the jumpy travel and let's leave it here to the to the 5. And actually, I don't like this to be like in this order, so let's change this to 5, this to 100. So you just want idle to be at the 0, one of these to be at 5, and one to be at 100. Now let's make this here at the 5, let's make it 0.5, let's make it 0.1. And here at the 100, we want to set it to something like 1.5. You can play with these values however you want, but for now, the animation is looking like this. So it will speed up, it will slow down, and it will slowly turn to the idle, like this. Okay, it is already working. So let's save, let's close, and now we are at the ABB Jumpy. And we want to first go to the event graph. And here on the event graph, what we want to do... Oh, why was this lagging so much? So here at the event blueprint update animation, we want to get from the BB enemy main, and we want to get the traveler variable, so we can see if we are actually traveler or not. Let's add a reroute. Okay, why is this? If somebody knows how to turn this off when I like hover over something and it will show this thing here. This is so annoying, I sometimes get it. I think I have pressed something on my keyboard, I'm not sure, but this is so annoying. Okay, but yeah, let's continue. But yeah, tell me in the comments if you know. Let's promote this to a variable. And it can also be called traveler, like that. Compile, save. Let's go to the movement and to the locomotion. Let's close this other. And let's go first to the idle. And here at the idle, what we want to do, we want to move this a little bit further. We want to get from here and blend poses by bull, not pool, bull. Now let's get the traveler. If we are a traveler, let's actually copy this and paste it here. So if we are not traveler, so on the false, zombie idle. If we are a traveler, we want to change this to the zombie traveler idle, like that. And we can actually get these a little bit closer, just to make it a little bit better. And let's copy this node, or this. Button save again, let's go back, let's go to the movement. And here on the movement, what we want to do is, we have all these here, let's move this to here. Maybe, like that. Let's paste the blend poses by bool. And from the false, we want to connect back to the old ones. So when we are not traveler, we want to play those. When we are a traveler, we want to get the traveler locomotion connected to the true. And now we want to get our ground speed and connect it to the speed. Something like this. Let's align all of them. Let's compile. Let's save all. And actually one more thing. Let's go to the locomotion and let's go to the did also. So here, let's paste the thing again. Let's connect this to the false. Let's copy this node, paste it to here, true, and to the true, let's change it to the jumpy traveler idle. And you want to check that both of these are not looping like this. They're both paused. Okay, everything should be done here. So the next thing is, I think I actually forgot one thing. Let's go back to the PP enemy main. Now let's go to the event graph, and here on the where we have the event radial damage, this is damage from the explosion. We want to actually here on the take damage, we want to check this explosion. So we will actually know that we take damage from the explosion. Simple as that. I almost forgot it, but yeah. Okay. And what else? What else? What else? We can actually try this already, but let's compile, let's save, and let's actually go first to the little data table. Let's change our grenades damage to something smaller. So like our zombies max health is 150 on the first level, so let's make it like 130. And let's go and try. So if the zombie is on the level, I think it will not work with this zombie because it has not the right variables because it has been spawned here manually. But when they come from there, let's actually try first if they turn to crawlers or not. I hope not, because they shouldn't do that. No. No. I have one more. Can I make it work? Let's see. Well, I think I might be able to do it. Let's see. Okay, the game crashed. But you can see he's a traveler. That's actually looking pretty cool. Let's shoot him. Let's see what happens. And you can see the death is also, or the ragdoll is also working. Why is this lagging so much? So, what errors did we get? Okay, yeah, these are from this zombie that we have spawned here. Let's actually delete him, so we don't get that anymore. So, next thing what we want to do, we can actually or we don't actually want to do that. But yeah, I didn't show you, but right now we have a little problem with the zombie attacking you. He might not be able to attack you every time because his like body is rotated that way. So that's the reason why we have these gravel left punch, gravel right punch. And I will show you. If we have the normal punch animation, for example, left punch, you can see it's like this. So big. Okay, it's like this. But now the traveler left punch, you can see he's pointing more upwards. Okay, so that's the reason why I made this, so he can aim higher. We could also do this with IK bones or on the animation blueprint, but let's do it this way. So what we have to do, let's go to the first person map and to the zombie one animations. Let's duplicate the left punch montage, for example. Let's move it to the gravel enemies. So now we have the base there. Let's rename this to left punch. Let's call it Traveler left punch montage, and actually not montage 1, only montage like that. Let's open it. Here we want to click on this track and we want to change the left punch to the travel left punch. Okay, and if you can't see the animation working, you want to just move this a little bit, it will start to work. So let's save. Let's duplicate this and let's call this travel right punch montage. Let's open it. Let's click on this track. Let's turn gravel right punch. Let's do it like that. Let's save. Let's close. And let's go to the first person map. Now we have to go to the zombie one, actually to the enemy, and to the tasks, and where we have the PT attack player. Here on the play montage, we want to just let's move all this a little bit further right, like this. So from here, this is the right punch. Okay, so let's get from here. And we want to get a select node. Now we want to get from the enemy main, and we want to check if we are gravel or not. So if we are not, we want to get the right punch montage, and if we are, we want to get the gravel right punch, like that. And now the same thing under here. Let's actually copy all this. Let's delete all this, paste it here. Is it aligned correctly? Actually it is, that's nice. Let's connect it here. And now we just want to change these animations. So left punch montage. So left graveler, I don't know how to say it. Graveler left punch montage. Okay, so let's compile. Let's save all. Let's go to play. Let's see if the gravelers can hit us correctly. So let's wait for all them to come to the level. So they're coming. So let's throw a grenade. Let's throw one there also. Let's see what happens. Okay, they are travelers. Let's see. And they can, but the first hit was didn't hit. But I think it should work pretty nicely. Oh, shh. Okay, let's see. So now we have a lot of this. Let's see. Okay, they are hitting me. Yes, pretty fast. So yeah, I actually think that everything is working. Okay, we have some little errors here. These are nothing major, so let's fix this later. So yeah, I think everything is working like it's supposed to work. So yeah, hope you liked the video. If you did, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And hope you have a great day and see you in the next one. Bye.